here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to share with you guys my review and swatches of a brand new gorgeous beautiful highlighter palette, and this is the Makeup Geek and KathleenLights highlighter palette. Oh my gosh, you guys, I was so excited when this launched. This is the start of new Makeup Geek highlighters that are going to be launching the rest of the year, and this is the first collaboration and palette, and there's definitely more individual highlighters to come, and I am so excited because, spoiler, I am in love with this palette. I think it's gorgeous, beautiful, amazing. So here is what the outer packaging looks like. It is so sleek. It's white and rose gold. I love everything rose gold, so this packaging speaks to me, and what I love is that this is actually a beautiful sleeve, and then the palette is in there. So here's what it looks like up close. So look how gorgeous and sleek it is. It's white with KathleenLights in rose gold, and then on the back you have her picture with some writing, and then you have the actual palette inside that sleeve, which I love. And this is very, very similar to the Makeup Geek Manny MUA palette as far as the design and the colors with black and rose gold. And then on the back, it also says KathleenLights and Makeup Geek, really adorable, and then it says the 3 different shades. So here is also a close-up of what the gorgeous palette looks like. Oh my gosh, I love it. It is so, so pretty. So this palette did release, I believe, early on Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember. There was like early access, which tends to happen with Makeup Geek products and their collaborations, but they don't announce them. It's just kind of whoever happens to be like stalking the website. So I saw it through Instagram. Some of my people that I follow posted that it was available. I was super duper excited. Thank you, Trina and Trend Mood and all those people. So I was super excited. I got it early, and then it released the next day as well. And currently it is still in stock on Makeup Geek's website, which is really awesome. It's not out of stock. It's still available for purchase, and it does retail for $39, which it does seem a little steep at first because you're like, I only get 3 highlighters, and so, you know, it looks small at first for $39, but you actually get really nice sizes in here. Each of these pans are 7 grams or 0.25 ounces, and I was comparing that to some of my favorite highlighters in my collection, and like the Lorac Color Source highlighters are 0.2 ounces for $22, I believe, and then the Urban Decay 8-Hour Afterglow highlighters are around 0.23 ounces for $26. So you're getting 7 grams or 0.25 ounces, 3 of those for $39. So I actually think the price is really, really reasonable when you consider that, and this is a really nice, like, sturdy, travel-friendly packaging. It's very sleek. It's really easy to travel with, whether it be in your purse, you're actually traveling in your suitcase, like whatever it may be. And then it's got the really nice magnetic closure, which is actually like very sturdy. It's kind of hard to get up, so that's really nice. I really, really like the packaging. I think it's gorgeous, beautiful. I mean, A+ on the packaging. It's just stunning, and the colors in here are really, really pretty. So a little bit of background: I did watch Kathleen's video on this palette. Usually Marlena from Makeup Geek will make a video by herself or with the collaborator or whoever it may be, and KathleenLights said that Marlena was sick and didn't get to make her video, so only Kathleen's video was up explaining the product. And she said what was really important to her is that she wanted to create a highlighting palette that was going to be versatile, and there was a shade for every single skin tone. So let me read you a little information from the back of the sleeve. It says, Makeup Geek has partnered with popular beauty blogger KathleenLights to bring you a limited edition 3-pan highlighter palette that consists of exclusive shades designed by Kathleen. Now that's another thing Kathleen did mention in her video. She prefaced that she did not get to make the formula, that this is the new Makeup Geek formula for highlighters that are going to be releasing individually throughout the rest of this year, and so this was the first start of the highlighters being released in this palette. And so that formula is very, very similar to the Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows, and that was all Marlena and Makeup Geek's design, and then Kathleen got to help design the shades in this palette. So these shades are curated by Makeup Geek and Kathleen, and then the formula is all Makeup Geek. So I'm super duper excited for the future highlighters to come out the rest of this year because I really, really like this formula. And the foiled eyeshadows are one of my favorite formulas from Makeup Geek. I do love the eyeshadows, I do love the blushes, but the foiled eyeshadows are like out of this world and just stunning, and some of my favorite foiled products out on the market. So really excited about that. And then her little message on the back says, I'm so happy and in love with this highlight palette. I wanted to create 3 wearable shades that suit every single skin tone in one place. A shade for fair skin, medium skin, and for deeper skin tones. So I thought that was also really cool that she went ahead and did that. Instead of just creating a palette that was suited entirely for her, because she does have lighter skin tones, she wanted to at least create a palette that there was at least one shade for everyone. So let me go ahead and look on the website and describe for you what these shades are. So the shade right here is called Nightlight, which is described as light gold with a reflective luminous finish. Then we have Starlight, which is a rosy pink with a reflective luminous finish. And then we have Sunlight, which is soft copper with a reflective luminous finish. And I do think that the names she picked out are really cute. She said she was being totally corny and adorable and just wanted to create everything around lights. Since her name is KathleenLights, she wanted everything to end lights. And I thought that was super cute. The names are adorable and they really describe the shades pretty darn well. So like I said, the formula is very, very similar to the foiled eyeshadows. I love that. The packaging is adorable, and then it has this beautiful geometric design in here, and the divots where those designs are really, really deep, which I like because that means the design is going to stay there for a really long time versus just completely disappearing after a couple uses. I like that, and what's really great is because of the formula being so great, there's no problem with those divots creating hard pan, and there's no problem with like the brush not picking up the product evenly. Like, it's just a really great formula, which is really hard to find a really great formula whenever you start doing designs like this. Sometimes it can be hard to manage being a great formula and a cute design without getting hard pan and without creating blotchiness and patchiness and not picking up well on the brush. They did a really good job with this. Now this shade over here is the one that is designed for the deeper skin tones, and she said in her video it was really important to her to create a palette with every shade for someone because she gets a lot of feedback from her channel, being a YouTuber, of people with deeper skin tones saying there aren't highlighters out there dark enough for me that don't make me look ashy. And so she wanted to create a shade that was going to work on deeper skin tones, and then she also wanted some lighter shades for people like her that have fair and light skin tones. Now if you have super duper fair skin and you're looking at this palette going, it's so pretty but I still think it's too dark for me, one, you can wear them as eyeshadows because I will explain how I wear this copper shade, and then two, you can go in with a much lighter hand because they do appear a little bit darker than how they swatch and how they apply. I think especially once you apply them with a brush, they're not quite as dark as they seem in the pan, so I would just make sure to go in with a really, really light hand, and I still think you can get away with wearing this palette. So let's go ahead and swatch them because this formula is so good. They are so pigmented and they are just gorgeous. So here they are close up. So the light gold shade is Nightlight, then we have the rosy shade Starlight, then we have Sunlight, which is copper. And they have such a smooth, buttery finish, like no fallout, no kick up, no pilling, like nothing. And look how absolutely gorgeous those shades are. Like I said, they look a little bit lighter than they did when they were in the pans, and they look a tad lighter once you actually apply them with a brush, but these are just stunning. I love the colors, and they have such a beautiful luminosity and reflective finish. So as you guys know, I typically have very, very fair skin. At the moment, I'm kind of like a light medium skin tone, and today what I did was I took the shade Starlight, which is that rosy pink, and I first applied that, and then kind of up here I applied the shade Nightlight. So I have gold and pink together, but I think the most part over here is that pinky rosy Starlight shade, but I don't think it's too pink in your face. It's just kind of got a little bit of pink undertone and a little bit of pearl and champagne, and it's just got this beautiful reflective finish. But I think the highlights are gorgeous. They're so incredibly pigmented, but yet at the same time so smooth. They feel like a Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadow where they have that really nice like medium like density to them, where they're just a little bit thicker and more dense than most of your other like duochrome eyeshadows or any other highlighters out there. They feel really nice, and then once you apply them, they melt into your skin. They kind of feel like the Dior illuminating powders or the Anastasia Beverly Hills glow kits. Once they apply to your skin, they feel like they just melt into the skin and look so natural and radiant and beautiful. And so the two brushes that I really like to use when applying this, my preferred method if you want something really, really intense, is to use a more dense brush. This is my Up and Up brush from Target. You guys know I'm obsessed with. I absolutely love it. And then if I am going to use something a little bit fluffier for a little bit more of a diffused look, I did use like a tapered fluffy brush. This is the Luxie 522 tapered highlighter. I like this. Now you guys know sometimes I love to use my Morphe 501 highlighter brush. That one is a tapered brush, but it's definitely a little bit fluffier in the sense that the bristles are more spread out. I find with that it's too fluffy where it can be a little bit patchy or just not quite as pigmented and not as strong and kind of just disperse wherever if you use too fluffy of a brush. So I definitely prefer something that's a little bit more dense to apply these, just because they are so foiled and they just apply beautifully, feel really great, long lasting, long wearing, and they're just really, really incredible. And I just think a lot of people are going to really like these. Now as far as the copper shade, because even with the tan like I am right now, which I'm at the darkest I have been like throughout the whole year, copper is still little too dark for my personal taste. However, you can definitely wear them as eyeshadows. To me, they perform beautifully just like Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows do. I do have it on today, and I think it looks really pretty. All I did was put some brown eyeshadows from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette in the crease, and then I just put the copper shade all over the lid, and I just think it's gorgeous. You could also use it as inner corner highlight, and it's really pretty. So for me, that's the way that I get to use the copper shade and be able to use all of these shades in the palette. I think when I'm going to be at my fairest throughout the year, that this shade is going to be my favorite, Starlight, because it still kind of has a little bit of a pearly luminosity to it at the same time with that pink undertone. But I do think when I'm fair, I can still wear Nightlight because it's got a really nice light gold to champagne sheen to it. It's not too gold like a champagne pop. So I think if you're lighter skin tones, these two will still be good for you. And then if you're medium and darker, these are good. So alright you guys, so I wanted to zoom you guys up close so you could see a picture of what this looks like up close. I'm looking at the time now. It's 7:45. I have been wearing this makeup for 7 hours and 45 minutes. I put this all on at 12 and started filming, and now it's like almost 8 o'clock. So it's been on for like 7 hours, and I still think it looks pretty incredible and looks beautiful. Now I did use my Target Up and Up brush and really buff it into the skin like I do with like glow kits and my Dior illuminators, and so it's the same method I use with this formula for Makeup Geek, and I find that it just really melts into the skin and looks beautiful, and then I don't have this harsh line or it's seeping into my pores or anything. Like you can see here compared to the Too Faced Nikki palette when I did the Get Ready With Me earlier in the week, that highlighter was like accentuating my pores. Like it doesn't do that with this. This just looks so beautiful, like everything about it. Now granted, I will say my skin is probably the best it has ever looked lately, and you guys have been commenting nonstop about it. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure it's Sunday Riley Good Jeans that's doing it, but like everything just looks really good on my face right now. So I just wanted to show you guys up close what the highlighter looks like. I just think it's really pretty. Like I said earlier, it is the shade, the rosy shade and the golden shade that I did kind of mix and layer on top of each other. So I do kind of have two layers right now, but this is what it looks like really up close. I think it's really, really pretty, and it's long wearing, and I think it still looks really nice on my skin after, you know, 7+ hours. So I'm really, really happy with it. It looks so pretty. Good. So I'm overall really impressed with the formula, the packaging, the concept of this, the price. I think overall this is just a really outstanding palette. I am super duper excited about this, and really excited to have this in my collection, and really excited to travel with this because I think this is a really nice sturdy palette. Like I said, copper can be used as an eyeshadow for me personally, but all of them can be used as an eyeshadow. So again, it's another really great travel friendly palette that you could go and have a highlighter and eyeshadows all in one at the same time. So overall, I'm really impressed. Can't say good enough things about this. I would definitely recommend this to anyone that's wondering if they should get the palette. It's beautiful. A+ in my book, and I am so excited about this palette. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review and swatches and found it helpful. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you can stay tuned to all my upcoming videos, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!